Fire Escape," said James a week later. Gordon grunted. He wasn't anxious to see the Fat Controller. He said to himself as he waited to start the express. Things did not begin well, though. Thanks to a last-minute passenger, they were late starting, which meant that Gordon missed his path at the junction and was delayed there too. But with a clear run after that, they flashed through Edward Station going splendidly. They were halfway up the hill when there was a clatter beneath Gordon's cab. Suddenly, he felt a blast of cold air in his middle, as if there were a gap between his boiler and cab. He gasped. The fireman looked at his fire. There was a gaping hole in the middle where the fire bars had collapsed and a large part of the fire had disappeared. The fireman explained. Already, Gordon was feeling weaker. Without a full fire, his steam pressure and speed fell quickly. But his driver knew what to do. He told the fireman. The fireman hurried. A large lump of coal lay near the front of the tender. Quickly, he moved it into place with a shovel and a long steel bar. Gordon felt better at once, said the driver, and as the fireman did so, the driver adjusted Gordon's controls to make the best use of his steam. He said when the fireman had finished. Gordon tried his hardest, but it was tough going, he told himself as he pounded up the hill. He had been stuck here once before and was determined not to fail again. Poor Gordon was getting very breathless. He panted, but he was careful not to pant too loudly in case he blew away what was left of his fire. He shut his eyes and struggled on. At last, Gordon felt that the slope was easier to climb. Cautiously, he opened one eye. Yes, he was nearly at the top. He gasped triumphantly. The fireman mopped his brow. He said, A signalman turned them into a goods loop and telephoned the works for a pilot engine to be prepared. While they waited, the passengers got out and told Gordon what a useful engine he was. Boca was at the works to help, and the two engines finished the journey without further trouble. At the end of the line, the Fat Controller was waiting for them. To Gordon's surprise, he was smiling. He said, but just then a whistle blew and the Fat Controller had to hurry to his carriage. Once again, poor Gordon was left in suspense.